We welcome back to AM Northwest comedian Jackie Kashian. Good to see you.
Good to see you. It's been weeks and weeks. Or I think it's been a week and a half.
I'm so glad though you agreed to come back again.
Right.
This is awesome.
It was amazing. I was in San Francisco this morning, and
wow.
at 4:30 in the morning I got in a lift, and the lift woman driving the lift was like, "You are very lucky you're not going to San Francisco Airport. You're going to Oakland, because it's working."
It's crazy morning this morning with the whole outage and all of that's just crazy.
Right. They always say keep your computers updated, and unfortunately, this one kind of backfired.
Didn't it? So our boss picked you up at the airport.
Right.
I'm curious because he's well known for his driving.
Oh, is there?
It might be a little scary. There might be a prayer involved. So how was the trip back from the airport?
When you asked me this, I was like, he's fine. But you have to know this about me with driving. First of all, I don't care. When I am the passenger, I feel like you are the hero.
Okay.
Everyone outside of the vehicle is wrong. And so I didn't notice anything.
Thank you.
He did have his phone in his hand a couple of times, but the thing is I don't. I'm on my phone. I'm not the hero of this story. I have the phone in my hand as well, but not usually. And much like what he did is, if there's witnesses, if there's another person in the car, you touch it like you always do, and then you go, all right, there's someone right there. Allow me.
Who can see me doing
there
this?
We go. I wouldn't think of it. I wouldn't think of being on my phone.
When your husband is driving the car, is that the same way?
Oh, he is Captain Safety Mouse.
Oh.
He is the hall monitor of the road. He, when the lanes collapse, and somebody might blow by on the shoulder,
right?
Andy Ashcraft likes to straddle that lane so that nobody can blow by.
He doesn't let them in.
He doesn't. No, he's very much a hall monitor. And
that's funny.
I mean, everybody's kind of a psychopath a little bit in their cars.
Yes.
And so when he can't stand being tailgated, he's like, it's bullying, and I won't stand for it. And so if someone is tailgating him, he will he'll tap his brakes.
He'll tap his brakes?
Yeah, to make the brake lights go on.
That sweet face. That sweet face
Look
taps
at that,
the brakes.
Yeah, that sweet face. There he is. And let me tell you about that sweet face. And because that's the only time I criticize him, because I'm like, this is how we will die.
Yeah.
Because this is Banana Land. That you're just like, they're gonna lose. He's like, well, they should get off my butt is what they should do. Yeah. And you're like, yes.
Now, how's this situation going with your mother-in-law? She's still living with you, right?
Still there. She said she's rallied. She's rallied. I love her dearly, but it was a bad. He decided that they came to Salem, Oregon.
Oh.
Last week. They drove from Los Angeles to Salem, Oregon with all of her oxygen tanks. And I was like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you have one terrible day flying and then one other terrible day flying instead of 5 weird days
on the road?
Right. She was going to a memorial service, right? Because everyone's 100 now.
Right.
And so they made it to Oroville, which is where he grew up.
Oh.
And then they stayed overnight.
That is cute, Oroville.
That's
cute. I just think the name is cute.
Well, I thought it was cute too. He's always like, it was not cute.
Okay.
But your hometown.
Yeah.
You give your. You
so
don't
he
give
drove
yourself.
her all the way to.
Right, and I was on the road, so I couldn't help.
Yeah.
And so I was in Indiana, and so I was like, okay. But it worked out just fine. But they came to Salem. They stayed one night, and then they drove back.
Oh, wow.
So
now, doesn't she like to watch, a lot of TV? And you have a small place, right?
There's a very small house, 966 square feet. It's the Monopoly house. And don't kid yourself, in Los Angeles, we live on Baltic. And it is very tiny. And she brought into the house, she's lived with us 2 years now. She brought a 65-inch television into our 966 square feet. It dominates.
Yeah.
And then she has one of those chairs that launches you. And so it's a big chair and then a big screen and then 18 hours a day, some television. She's watched all of Monk in the last month.
Every single season?
7 episodes, 7 seasons.
7 seasons of
Monk.
Monk.
She watched all of Young Sheldon. She watched all of the Connors. I'm like, okay, completist. And then so she tried to break it up because there was some small mocking, and I think it was a retaliation because she started she started watching comedy specials.
Oh.
Which was a little triggering.
Yeah.
Just 5 hours a day of just various people I don't know or know.
Yeah.
Just as I walk through the living room.
Now, does it hurt your feelings when she's laughing at somebody else's comedy?
No, but if it's a comic that I don't particularly like, and all comedy has value, just so you know.
Okay, gotcha.
And but it's not for everybody. It's a very, very subjective. Like, if you come and see me, I hope you like me, but you might want to check out my YouTube, so you see what is going to happen. And but yeah, but if it's not a comic I like, the house is small enough that I will stick my head out of another room and go, nope. You gotta. We're not watching this.
You gotta change it.
Right. It's no Nick DiPaolo in this house. Keep moving. And it's Nick DiPaolo has always been very polite to me. Just so you know.
Okay. Good to know. I'm a big dog fan. You have a dog, and doesn't your mother-in-law? Two
dogs and a cat.
Oh,
right?
2 dogs and a cat.
Couple of Chihuahuas, Chihuahua mixes, because we got them at the pound.
Yeah.
And that's what you get. You get a Pit Bull mix, Chihuahua mix. Those are your choices.
Who's this?
That's Gordy.
Gordy's very
That's
cute.
Gordy. Look at Gordy. Now I miss Gordy. There he is again.
Did you know, like when you were in high school, that the comedy was what you wanted to do?
No, I knew only in college. Because we never listened, because my father's in sales, remember?
Oh, that's
so
right.
we never listened to stand-up when I was a kid. We only listened to motivational speakers. We listened to Zig Ziglar, Sell the Sizzle, Not the Steak. And a lot of sales talk. My father, he got this weird job one year when I was like 14 or 15, selling mausoleum crypts. And he had always sold aluminum siding and windows and doors and stuff. And he said, I was alone in the house with him. I've only been alone with him probably 6 times where we've had a weird conversation. I'm the youngest of 6. There's no reason for us to ever be alone.
Right. And only you and your sister, the only girls. You have 4 brothers, right?
4 older brothers, and then my sister and I. And but he was like, "Hey, I have to practice this pitch for this mausoleum crypt. Come on over, be a person." And I was like, "A mark? Oh, look at that! There's all those. It's the only picture of all of us. I'm the baby." So
cute.
Yeah. And then it was boring. It was.
Did you tell him?
No. I thought, I was like, okay. But here's the weird thing. Ever since then, if anybody comes to sell something, I will not sit through the pitch. I can't do it.
No.
I'm just like, I leave Andy to it. I'm like, you knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Feel free not to buy it.
Yeah.
Because what'll happen is I will sit through it, and then I'll get so bored, I'll just buy it.
Oh, just to get them to be quiet?
Yeah, just to shut up.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, that's not.
No.
It's not sustainable. There's no way that you could buy everything.
How did it go when you were here last time at Helium?
Right, I was opening for Maria Bamford.
Yeah, how did that go last time? Because
it
you're
was
back
so
again,
fun.
so it must mean there's Maria.
Yep,
your
we are
buddy.
friends.
Yeah.
And it went really well. She had that's her wedding picture. That's on her wedding day. And she's, she was so nice. She told everybody that if they wanted to see the long set, they should come to the Siren, because I was only doing 20s in front of her, 20 minutes. And so now I'll be doing 45 to an hour.
Oh, that's great. So you're at the
6 and
Siren,
8,
you're at 6 and 8. Okay, you sold out.
Right, the 8 o'clock sold out. The 6 might
You're
have
going to be
still
in
some tickets.
Eugene?
Eugene, and Olson's Run on Sunday. I don't know how far Eugene is from here, but
It's a little drive. No
it's a
big-
drive.
Yeah.
And so, that's, I think, at 7 o'clock on Sunday night. So an early Sunday stand-up comedy show at their new comedy club in Eugene.
That'll be fun. I'm curious as to when you travel. One of the things, if you check out our Instagram, you like to do the hotel art.
Yes.
Because it is really, now that you've pointed it out, hotel art is rather odd.
It's odd. It's not always terrible.
No.
But it is always like, huh. I do kind of like I do kind of like when they make it about the town.
Yeah.
Like they show like a famous water tower.
Right.
Or they had that pavilion in that park that they like so much in San Francisco. That was photoed. But then there's a lot of just like a splash of color.
Yeah.
Just to break, they're like, we have to put something on these walls.
Yeah, just to fill the wall.
Yeah.
It's so great having you back.
Thanks for
Come
having me
back
back.
again, please, sometime soon.
All right, I'll turn around.
Okay, all right. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest.